I'm Councillor Tom Hayes, Labour's climate lead in Oxford City Council. And Oxford City Council is racing forward to achieve a zero carbon city by 2040 or earlier, 10 whole years ahead of the government's national legal target. But we know we could go so much further and faster as a county if Labour were leading the county council. And we need outstanding councillors in the county council. And Duncan Enright is one such example of an outstanding Labour councillor. And he and I have worked together on climate issues over a number of years. And he's got some really great ideas about how to improve our climate action. So what are some of those ideas, Duncan?
Thanks very much, Tom. Well, first of all, declaring a climate emergency is one of the things that the county's already done, as we've done on the Labour Town Council in Witney. But it's enough, it's okay saying something, but you've actually got to follow through with some action and some activity. And there's been precious little sign of that. So what we want to do is to see a county council which takes its responsibilities seriously, both as an organisation itself, leading the way by taking measures, shifting their pretty big fleet to electric would be a start, a symbolic start, but also looking at their energy use and so on. But also they've got to be prepared to be able to look further outside their own operations to look at the whole county as well. And they have an advantage. City for cities going zero carbon is really a big stretch. A lot of our county's rural. Witney's a market town, as you know, and we're pledged to aim for zero carbon by 2028. So we can get there quicker because we're a rural area, but it means some strategic thinking and working with sectors such as agriculture. It means also doing something about our utilities, our energy use, but in our area, actually, one of the big problems we face is pollution, water pollution in particular. So pollution of our rivers and streams. So we need to make sure that the Environment Agency is stepping up and doing their bit as well. And that involves that drive towards zero carbon, but also depolluting our beautiful river Windrush and our streams. The other thing that we've got a big problem with is flooding. And the county is the flood authority. The district and the town can help, but the county must take responsibility. And we have seen some works way back in 2008 after the disastrous floods, but we haven't seen anything recently, and they failed at Christmas time, and a number of people in the middle of town were flooded out. So I really want to get some push on that as well. And we know that longer term, moving to zero carbon is the only way to stop the kind of weather that's causing these tremendous events and this increased risk of flooding.
And one of the things I really loved about your time as Mayor of Witney was the extent to which you truly embedded in the community the principles of and the need for climate action. And I remember you planted a tree for every child born in your year as mayor. I remember you holding and taking part in community events. How would you engage the community to mobilise community action on climate issues?
Well, that's a really good point, Tom. Actually, yes, we have done a lot, but actually I feel a bit of a fraud's putting it too strongly, I think. But I was the mayor during a period when a lot of people stepped up across the community. So it wasn't me, but it was other councillors. It wasn't me, but it was a public meeting which came up with a lot of the ideas we've been trying to follow through. And I think that's the key to it. We in the Labour and cooperative parties are used to having this sort of bottom-up approach to building our communities, and we want to continue with that. And again, the county has a history of being rather a top-down organisation, so based in County Hall and telling the county what to do, whereas I think we see it much more as having potential to sort of build from the bottom up. And that's really the only way we're going to get to zero carbon and address the climate emergency. We all need to do our bit, and we all need to pool our ideas too. Having said that, some of the stuff you've done in the city is quite extraordinary, and the Zero Carbon Hub is an inspiration for all of us as well. So I would love to think we could tap into the experiences of the City Council, our universities, and to mobilise people around some of the great new stuff that's going on there.
Brilliant. So the local elections are coming up on May the 6th. It's really important that people use all of their votes for Labour on that election day. And you're standing in Witney North and East as the Labour and cooperative candidate. And it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for the community to elect an outstanding local campaigner. So any final words?
Well, I would be very grateful for everybody's support, obviously. I'm in a target seat, so this is one which is a marginal between Labour and Conservatives. So every vote counts, and it's going to be really important to get out and vote on May the 6th. I know that it's a weird election because of the pandemic. It's weird as well because of district elections in which I'm standing too. but it makes it even more important for people to cast their vote for the kind of change they want to see right across the county. Thanks very much indeed, Tom.
And vote Labour.
Vote Labour. Thank you.